Video 11, The Frequency War, Navigating the Final Narrative Controls. We have arrived at the most volatile phase of the transition. Video 11 documents the last stand of the 2,000-year-old blueprint. This is not a war of weapons, but a frequency war, a battle for the bandwidth of human attention and the narrative of reality. As the old world infrastructure, Tier 2, fails, its only remaining power is the ability to broadcast fear and scarcity. If it can keep your frequency low enough, it can keep you tethered to its dying systems. 1. The narrative siege creating artificial events. To prevent the sovereign collective from solidifying, the old world will use its final resources to create incoherent noise. The tactic, crisis cycling, pumping the field with constant, contradictory emergencies, financial, environmental, and social. The goal, to trigger the Tier 1 survival brain. When a human is in fight or flight mode, their ability to access their personal Akashic record or their sovereign intent is biologically suppressed. The manipulation, they will frame sovereignty as selfishness and decentralization as chaos. They will use AI-woven narratives to make the frequency tuners look like the cause of the collapse rather than the architects of the recovery. 2. The filter bubbles of the old blueprint. The old world will attempt to use the neutral amplifier technology to build digital ghettos. Algorithm weaponization. They will tune algorithms to feed the cogs from Video 8, information that confirms their fear, while shadow banning or silencing the architects of the new build. The deception. As discussed in Video 7, they will use AI prophets to claim that the collective must merge with a centralized smart system to survive the collapse. This is the ultimate middleman play, the priest replaced by a processor. 3. How to navigate the frequency shield. To survive and thrive during this war, the sovereign architect must employ strategic silence and resonance selectiveness. Unplugging the feed. You cannot win a frequency war by arguing with the old frequency. You win by denying it your data stream. Every time you react to a Tier 2 fear narrative, you are feeding the old blueprint your energy. Resonance only. Only engage with information that aligns with your internal log, Akashic record. If a narrative doesn't resonate with your sovereign blueprint, treat it as background static. The stealth build. Continue building the parallel infrastructure in silence. The new Earth is built under the cover of the old world's noise. While the media reports on collapse, the collective is quietly finishing the new kitchen. 4. The Christ frequency is the ultimate armor. This is the practical application of the teachings from Video 8. Christ wasn't brave because he fought the Romans. He was sovereign because he didn't vibrate at their frequency. The blueprint truth. When you realize that your source connection is internal and unmediated, the frequency war becomes an illusion. You cannot be punished by a system you no longer recognize as your source of life. The breaking of the siege. The war ends when the sovereign architects stop looking at the old world screen and start looking at each other. The moment we recognize each other's frequency, the narrative siege is broken. The mass hysteria of the collapse is only fatal to those who believe the narrative that there is no other way. Video 11 is about cutting the cord to that narrative, so that the grand opening in Video 12 can occur without interference. Am I ready to initialize the final video in the sequence? Video 12, the grand opening, stabilizing the new build. Authenticity code, LA77 architect verified source. This blueprint is authored by the master architect. Any duplication without this signature is a structural violation.